truly believe that at one point in time, before entertainment became the staple, sports only dealt with real athleticism and skill set. Up until the point to where creativity started standing out way more than the athleticism or the skills that most players had because of the generational talent that will enter into the NBA. One prototype or archetype of that talent was the great Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a transcendental talent. He was the first of his kind. They've never seen a player with fundamentals, a dominant skill set, and just extreme creativity, like graceful creativity. So he captivated, the lovers of the sport. So the league had to model everything after this prototype to control the narrative of storylines throughout the league because they didn't know if they could, control or, keep the next player at bay with money or things of that nature. Because Michael Jordan, he never, spoke, against the league or never spoke or on politics with his people or never just was the face of, black people. He always was just, a basketball head. So they didn't know if the next, generational or transcendental talent would be that humble. So when the next generation comes, they're trying to control the narrative, control the opposition, right? So that's why they named Allen Iverson, the answer, AI, because when they saw the next form of elite creativity, it was the crossover introduced by the next generation who grew up on the grace that Michael Jordan had in the game. So this opened the door for sports entertainment. When Michael Jordan came into the league, it was about sports entertainment. So that eliminated, athleticism and skill set because it was about who can entertain the crowd the most or who can keep the fans so obsessed, with the league to where everybody can make money. So they named him the answer because he was the answer to the question who will be the next Michael Jordan. Every kid that watches Allen, because he watched Mike growing up. You know what I mean? So he was the answer to who will be the next Michael Jordan. Because the answer to who will be the next Michael Jordan is the next generation of young kids who's watching the NBA. Because the next generation of kids who watch Allen play was Stephen Curry, all these players that play now. They have Allen's game, the crossover. Because that's what the whole league is. The whole league is Allen Iverson crossing over, step backs, and stuff like that. But they gave Allen a hard time because he didn't want to be controlled. So if you notice, anybody who doesn't want to be the next Michael Jordan, they give them a hard time. They, put controversy on their name or, make it difficult for them to, win championships. They give these other players who are willing to compromise or willing to, go along with what the league has as an agenda. They get all the tools they need to win championships. They get these unnecessary calls, so they can have a flawless game and things of that nature. That's so they won't hurt the brand because the integrity of the brand is creativity now, sports entertainment.